How's everyone doing these fine holidays? This is going to be a really quick video on the top 5 games that I think would be the best purchase for Christmas based off a couple of things. One being, they're easy to play. 2, anyone can play them. 3, there's going to be a nice variety of games to play here as far as genre and mechanic. And 4, I like them. So let's get started with the first one, Scrawl. Scrawl is by Big Potato Games. Now they do have a new version out as far as graphics and just, it's a new release, so you know there's updated things to it. But I think there's nothing wrong with the original one, and if you are looking for Scrawl, I think the re-release is pretty much the same thing. What you do in Scrawl is everyone's going to grab one of these cards and choose which color that they want to draw. So let's go with dancing on someone's grave, because that's the perfect thing for Merry Christmas. Take one of the characters and draw dancing on someone's grave. As you see here, I gave him a Christmas hat. Once you're done with the drawing, place one of these on top and pass it to the person in your direction to the right. While doing that, you'll be getting one from your direction from the left. So you're going to grab that, take one of these flatter pieces and slide it all up in here, and then write what you think that is. So I think it's a man standing on a pillow in a Santa hat. And you keep repeating this till you get your character back. And once you get your character back, you go ahead and release everything that just happened with the original photo of you dancing on someone's grave, followed by the writing of what that photo could have been, followed by somebody else drawing with another one of you writing in what that drawing is, and vice versa. It's like telephone. And then you just vote on who you think has the best one. This game is good for 4 to 8 players, plays for 17 and up, unless you're accepted by your parents to do so, and plays in about 30 minutes. The next game I want to talk about is Santorini. What did I do to this box? Santorini is a really awesome game because it's for 8 and up, so you have the whole family involved, if they're 8 and up. And plays for 2 to 4 players, but it's a little harder with 4 players. Once you get the board set up, what you will be doing is taking a God card and a set of colors. So I usually go with the blue one because it's different. The game's simple. Everyone's going to have their piece on the board and they're going to move, and when they move, they're going to build adjacent. Like that. Now, of course, there's a little more depth to the game because you do have God powers and each God does something different. The one I chose, for example, lets you build twice. But what you really want to do is just build you want to build a tower this tall and stand on it. Now, the only way to stand on it is actually to ladder up. So make sure you have one that's this size here and this size here. Of course, they have things underneath. And then walk up to the top and stand on it. But one minute detail is everyone else is trying to cap those off if they think you're getting a little too close. So make sure that you trick them. The next game I'm going to be going over is Megaland. Now, sometimes you want to dungeon crawl, but you know, not everyone can do it because it's a little heavy. Well, Megaland is one of the easiest ways to introduce people to a nice pressure-luck dungeon crawler where you are building a city to make money. What's cool about this is it is for 2 to 5 players, ages 8 and up, and plays in about 20 minutes. Now, at this current moment, and probably for a long time, it's only seen at Target, but it is a great game because it is, like I said, you're building a city and you're pressing your luck through a dungeon. It's 2 really cool components to one really great game. It's by Red Raven Games, so they are about storytelling, and you see a lot of video game thematics within their game. So you'll be building things like herb huts and reptile stables and ostrich ranches. And you see this number up here? Well, what you're doing is moving your little character through the dungeon. And every single turn, you get a new treasure. But also keep in mind, you might be pressing your luck, because if you run to a bad guy, you're going to be losing some life. Now, each player only has 4 life. So you might get lucky with one of these. But if you go too far, you're going to die. And when you, Merry Christmas, you're going to fall off. And if you fall off, you lose all your treasures. So give up before it's too late, and then use those treasures to buy cool stuff, like a herb hut, for 1 treasure. The next game I'm going over is for all you race enthusiasts out there. Camel Up. Camel Up is great because it's a lot more betting, a lot less racing, but you are racing at the same time. In fact, you're watching the camels race themselves. On this really unique board, you're going to have a giant pyramid right here. Within this pyramid are dice. So you're going to shake it, pop out a dice, and that number is how many that color camel is going to move. This camel moves 1. As the camels move across the board, you'll be able to put bets on them, whether they're going to win that leg or win the race in total, all over here. As you can see, certain things offer you more money by being correct, less money if you're incorrect, and you lose money if you're super wrong. Besides it being for 2 to 8 players playing in 20 to 30 minutes and being for 8 and up, is because it's so simple. People who've never even played board games enjoy the game because everyone knows how to bet on something. Everyone knows how to say what's going to win. You know, we've been watching things, we've been watching races, we've been rooting for the good guy for years. It's pretty much the same thing. Now you have a little money involved. And last but definitely not least is the mind. Now the reason why I chose the mind is because metagames are kind of a dime a dozen. You know, you have Hanabi, you have Narabi, you have the game, now you have the mind. And within the mind, 2 to 4 players, 8 and up, for 20 minutes, are all going to put their minds together. There is absolutely no speaking in this game. What you're going to be doing is playing cards in the center of the board from number 0 to 100. Now, I know that sounds difficult, but don't worry. You start the first round with 1 card. So in this 2-player game, they both have this card, and they don't even know who the other card has. So you just stare at each other after focusing your concentration and hoping the right person plays the right card down. And then the next person plays their card down next. And it actually being in ascending order. Of course, I connect with my own mind. But hey, I can get any cards that say 0 to 100 and play this on my own. Why would I spend money? Well, does your 0 to 100 deck have this? That's right. This game not only has levels from 1 to 12, but it also allows you to get life and some special abilities like ninja stars. And they all work independently from each other. The lives are when you lose, it's okay. Discard the lowest card in everyone's hand and keep going. You still have some life left over. Ninja stars. If you are maybe reaching level 8, maybe reaching level 9, you're a little worried, you guys still have some cards left because at level 9 you have 9 cards. Play a ninja star and everyone lowers or gets rid of their lowest card. Now you kind of are on the safer side seeing who had the lowest card. And you can start playing from there again. The reason why I chose all 5 of these games is because, well, they're very easy to play. They're mostly for families, except for Scrawl over here. And they are a great gateway into getting people into playing. I mean, yeah, they're not really high density like worker placements or tactical board games or something like Gloomhaven that takes a couple hours. But hey, if it's a Merry Christmas and you only have 30 minutes after dinner before you have to open presents, pop one of these bad boys out. Or pop one of these bad girls out. Why not? Also, too, you know, a lot of us don't have a lot of time because of jobs or because we don't have the right groups anymore or because our groups can't get together that often. Well, invite your friends and family and spouses and kids who are willing to play with you, just can't get into games yet because they haven't. These are perfect. A lot of them, too, are pretty inexpensive. So I'll put some links below to where you can find these games, as well as links to their Board Game Geek so you can learn a little bit more about the game. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and Merry Christmas.